Okay, so it's about 1 a.m. over here. I just finished up a quick gym session, but I figured let's crack out a video. And this one is from Jeremy. Now, Jeremy writes in, he says, "Yo, S, I haven't seen you make a video on creating rapport and a flirtatious vibe in a while. I was wondering, is there any ways or any tips that you have to create a rapport with girls that you are interested in? Would love to know the answer, you handsome hung bastard." Okay, Jeremy, so here's the deal. You're right, creating rapport is a great way to pursue the next steps into a relationship. If you think of any partner or anyone who's dating or in a relationship or married or whatever it may be, right, they have created some sort of rapport with each other. They have built a connection with each other. Now, what is that connection built off of? Well, it could be anything, right? It could be a mutual love for the city of New York. It could be about volleyball, or maybe it's just cracking jokes about a Kendrick and Drake beef. You don't really fucking know, but there's some sort of connection that's built. It's the only way that things can go to the next level. And the stronger the connection, the stronger the relationship, and the longer said person will date, right? So that's one thing. Now, on Team Fortune, we take that shit to a different level, right? What we do on Team Fortune is we don't just create rapport, we prescribe, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, we do what's called cold reading. Now, what's cold reading? Cold reading is essentially prescribing a girl with a character trait. You're basically telling her she's a certain character trait with confidence. When you think of doctors, right, you go to the doctor's office because you're sick, right? Maybe you have a sore throat, you go in there, they prescribe you some medicine, and then you take the medicine. You don't really question their judgment, right? Because they're just certain. They're certain on what you need to do. Now, when you tell a girl a cold read, you're basically telling her your X character trait, and you're saying it with confidence. So, for example, you tell a girl, you know, you're a San Diego girl, or you're a beach girl, you're an international girl. You say that with confidence, she's just gonna buy it, right? Now, why is this important? Well, saying something with confidence and telling her she's a certain way basically is you reading her and telling her character traits about herself that she may not know. Now, let's take this to a deeper level. One thing that you can tell a girl is, you're a coconut girl. You're a coconut girl. And now she might be like, a coconut? What the fuck do you mean by a coconut girl, right? So when she says that, you know, you've kind of created some sort of artificial power over her. And it's like, you don't know what a coconut girl is? Come on, don't fuck with me. That's something a coconut girl would say, right? You smirk at her. And she goes, no, fucking tell me. And, you know, make her work for it a little more, you know, have her invest a little more into you. And then you go, okay, you fucking tell her. Okay, you don't be weird, just fucking eventually tell her. Don't play this whole game for a while, but eventually you tell her and you just say, well, coconut girl is someone who's kind of got a hard outer shell, but on the inside, not kind of soft and gooey. So sometimes you portray yourself as, you know, maybe this hard person, a hard worker, but on the inside you're actually kind of soft and you have a personality that people can really vibe with, right? And what you're doing is you're taking parts to her, right? So you're telling her, you know, sometimes you're a hard worker, sometimes you're hard, and maybe, you know, you're kind of focused and determined, but other times you're kind of soft and you actually have a big heart and you're you know, sometimes you come off as a nice queen, but in reality, you actually are really a warm person, right? And here's the deal. You're breaking her into parts. But it's important to note with human beings is everybody is sometimes something, right? Everyone's sometimes angry and sometimes they're happy. Sometimes they're sad, sometimes they're horny, sometimes they're hungry. Everyone has different emotions. Nobody's the same way 100% of the time. There are versions of everyone. Basically what you're saying is there are different versions to you. And this is what psychics do when you go see a psychic. They say you're sometimes this, but you're also this. They say things in a way where they can't be wrong, right? So you say, you know, you have this kind of, sometimes you have this hard outer shell, but really you're really sweet inside. You're basically breaking her into parts. And what she hears is, you know what, he's totally right. I really am a caring person. You know, sometimes I am really working hard, and sometimes I'm really passionate about what I'm doing, and maybe I, you know, fend people off, blah, 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 whatever. But what she hears is, you know, there is a part of this that this is me, right? He just understands me, right? And that's a point where you want to be with her. You want her saying, he just gets me. And that's what she tells her friends. You know, he just seems to understand me. He understands who I am. She starts telling her friends that are like, oh my God, he's such a good listener. Nobody else really understands him. Oh my God, wow, he's perfect, blah, blah, blah. She starts venting, and then, you know, you're kind of mysterious. You don't really text her. You're not really talking to her. And then she's thinking about you all day, and she's like, damn, I want him to read more of me. He just gets me. I connect with him. And that is how you kind of create that rapport. And then she starts texting you first, and then she starts unwinding all her emotions on you, and she starts talking about herself and telling you her deepest, darkest secrets. And then that's how you've really fucking opened her up and made her blossom all over you. So again, it starts with a little cold read, telling her a little something about herself. And then all of a sudden, what you'll notice is she will unleash everything because she trusts you now. So this is how you simply create rapport. You are an ex-girl, prescriber with a character trait. I'm out of here. I hope this helps. Peace.